The smartest money strategies they never teach in school, but made them rich. Money. Everyone uses it, everyone needs it, but almost no one is ever truly taught how it works. Schools drill us on equations we'll never use, historical dates we'll forget, and definitions that fade with time. But the one subject that controls our future, money, remains hidden behind the curtain. And here's the truth no one dares to admit. The wealthiest people in the world aren't playing by the same rulebook we were handed in school. They discovered strategies unseen by most that quietly turned their bank accounts into empires. Today, I'll reveal those exact strategies they never wanted you to know. So stay with me till the very end, because one idea here could completely shift your financial destiny. Strategy 1. The power of compounding beyond interest. Most of us were told in school that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. And yes, it's powerful. But here's the trick. The wealthy don't just compound interest, they compound assets. Think about Warren Buffett. He didn't just put money in a savings account. Instead, he bought companies, stocks, and businesses that generated returns year after year. When those returns came in, he reinvested them back into more assets. Here's the secret nobody ever wrote on a chalkboard. The earlier you start compounding assets, not just savings, the faster you break out of the cycle of trading hours for dollars. For example, if you buy a rental property in your 20s and reinvest the rental income into another property, by your 40s, you could own a portfolio of homes generating income while appreciating in value. That's the real compounding power schools never mentioned. Strategy 2. Cash flow is king. In school, they tell you to get a job, earn a salary, and budget. But the wealthy know budgeting only keeps you afloat. It doesn't make you rich. The real key is cash flow. Cash flow is the money that continues to come in whether you're working or not. It's passive income. Rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, royalties, online businesses, they all generate consistent cash flow. Take Robert Kiyosaki, for instance. He didn't get rich because of a paycheck. He got rich because his investments in real estate and businesses brought in money month after month. Even if he stopped working, his income didn't stop. Here's the part that flips the script. Rich people buy assets for cash flow first, appreciation second. Why? Because consistent cash flow gives them freedom. Appreciation may or may not come, but cash flow puts food on the table forever. If you want wealth, stop asking, how much is this worth? And start asking, how much does this pay me every month? Strategy 3. Leveraging other people's money. We're taught that debt is bad. Stay away from it. Avoid it at all costs. But the wealthy laugh at that lesson because they know there are two types of debt: bad debt and good debt. Bad debt is using credit cards to buy things you can't afford. Good debt, that's using a bank's money or someone else's to buy income-producing assets. Real estate moguls often use bank loans to purchase million-dollar buildings. The tenant's rent pays back the loan while the property value appreciates over time. Business owners use investors' capital to expand operations, keeping a slice of ownership that multiplies in value. Here's the shocking twist. The rich rarely risk their own money first. They risk other people's money, but reap the rewards as if it were their own. Think about it. A regular person saves 10 years to buy one house. A savvy investor uses the bank's money and buys 10 houses in that same decade. Who wins? Strategy 4. Tax codes are written for the wealthy. You were probably never told this in school, but taxes are your biggest lifelong expense. You'll pay more in taxes than you will on food, shelter, or healthcare. But the wealthy, they play a completely different game. They know the tax code is an incentive manual, not a punishment list. Governments want people to build businesses, create jobs, and provide housing. So they reward those who do with tax breaks. That's why Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and countless other billionaires legally pay far less in taxes than an average employee. They use corporations, real estate deductions, and investment structures to minimize tax burdens. Here's the unspoken truth. If you learn the rules of taxes, you stop fearing them and start winning with them. You don't need to be a billionaire to play the game. Even small business owners can claim deductions for expenses, investments, and operations that reduce taxes significantly. Strategy 5. Ownership over labor. Schools train us to be employees, to trade time for money. But the rich don't sell time, they sell ownership. Equity, shares, rights, royalties. Every time you work for a salary, your income is capped by the hours you can work. But ownership, that scales endlessly. The business owner can earn money while asleep. An author earns royalties decades after writing a book. A stockholder receives dividends without lifting a finger. Think of Oprah Winfrey. She didn't just host a show, she owned her show, her network, her brand. That ownership made her billions. Here's the twist most never see. Working hard makes you a living. Owning smart makes you a fortune. Strategy 6. Networking and access. In school, grades matter. But in wealth building, relationships matter more. Connections to mentors, investors, business partners, and like-minded thinkers often lead to opportunities that no amount of hard work alone can buy. The rich understand that your network is your net worth. They attend conferences, join masterminds, and surround themselves with people playing the money game at a higher level. Think of Mark Zuckerberg. Facebook wasn't built alone. It grew because of connections to investors, engineers, and influencers who believed in the vision. One relationship can be worth more than a decade of effort. Strategy 7. Buy time, don't sell it. Schools condition us to sell time for money, but here's the reversal. The wealthy buy time. They hire assistants, build systems, and automate processes. Why? Because time is the only asset you can't get back. By outsourcing tasks, they free themselves to focus on decisions that create exponential wealth. Think of Elon Musk. Do you really think he personally manages every part of Tesla, SpaceX, and all his ventures? No. He has teams, systems, and managers. His time is spent making billion-dollar decisions, not sending emails. The secret no textbook dared to whisper. The faster you stop doing everything yourself, the faster you step into true wealth. Strategy 8. Emotional discipline. Money strategies mean nothing without emotional discipline. Fear, greed, impatience. These emotions destroy more wealth than bad investments ever could. The wealthy cultivate patience. They stick to strategies. They don't panic when markets dip, and they don't chase every shiny new thing. Take stock market crashes. While the average investor sells in fear, wealthy investors often buy because they know that downturns are temporary and fortunes are made by those who stay calm. Here's the hidden truth. Wealth isn't built in a year, it's built in decades. But those who master patience always end up holding the crown. Strategy 9. Learning never stops. Ironically, while schools end, the wealthiest people never stop being students. They devour books, hire coaches, and pay for specialized knowledge. Why? Because money loves speed and knowledge is the fastest accelerator. Bill Gates is still known to read 50 books a year. Warren Buffett reportedly spends 5 to 6 hours every day reading. These billionaires know that knowledge compounds just like money. Here's the surprising secret. The wealthiest people pay to learn faster. Every new skill or insight becomes another stream of wealth. So the next time you hesitate to buy a course, attend a seminar, or invest in personal growth, remember, the fastest learners are the fastest earners. Strategy 10. Playing the long game. The world is addicted to instant gratification. But the rich? They think in decades, not days. They build wealth slowly, brick by brick, while others chase quick money and burn out. Think of Amazon. In its early years, it wasn't profitable. Many critics called it a failure. But Jeff Bezos thought for decades, reinvesting profits and expanding slowly until Amazon became a global giant. Here's the truth that separates them. Wealth isn't about making money fast. It's about keeping it forever. If you've enjoyed this video, don't let it end here. Hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe and hit the bell button to watch our upcoming video. Because remember, it only takes one strategy to change your entire future.